What the fuck? God damn it!
Ah, shit.
Hey guys, this is the Bleeper Real Podcast, now with a name. I'm Tristan, and today, per usual, we have Dylan.
What's up?
And B.
I'm eating.
Very professional.
Great. That's fucking, oh my god, that's gonna sound awesome on this.
Nah, I'm making this more difficult for you, fucker.
Oh, you're gonna be able to hear all that wonderful, like, chewing noise. Just
It's like the auditory version of eating with your mouth open.
Man,
Yeah.
if we were using TeamSpeak, you wouldn't even be able to hear that.
I know, right?
Again, I didn't care what we used, but we just said we were gonna try Skype out.
Gonna drink some tea, too, really close to the mic.
Oh my fucking
Man, that
god.
sounds
This
beautiful.
Fucking great start that we're off to.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess first on the list, the test podcast number 1 seemed to go over relatively well. I forgot to silence my phone. I wonder if the mic picked that up.
Good one. Very professional.
Yeah, I've got a full and busy life. What can I say? Yeah, we're fucking doing this short because B has, obligations. Dylan, I'm sure you're studying or jerking it or whatever later.
I'm
literally not doing
heisting, which is
anything.
more important than anything else. Me and my crew, my bros, my boys.
Gotta get that mad cash, yo.
Cash money.
Speaking of heists, let me tell you, I'd have to say that this has been a really successful update for GTA Online. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm having an absolute blast. Like, I think when we started the heist, I was around level 20, and I just ranked up to level 40 last night.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's a really, really great way to get RP and Japan points and a lot of cash, because I think I've gotten like triple the amount of cash that I had in my original run of GTA Online. So it's an awesome way to get cash, and it's fun. And yelling at people whenever they die and fuck up is really fun.
So were they worth the wait?
The year-long wait plus.
Year and a half, like.
I would say, honestly, yeah, they were worth the wait.
Okay.
The only issue there have been a few glitches in them, but I'm sure within a few patches they'll get most of that stuff fixed up. The only real issue I've had is so many people have gotten online again that it's getting way difficult for me to find a server, because I live in Austin, so all of my servers are going to be like super fucking overloaded. So I'm usually the person in our crew that takes the longest to get a server. But for the most part, though, the heists are a lot of fun. 10 out of 10, do recommend. Just fix that server issue. Every single time we play, there's a server issue.
Every single time.
Every single time. At least the second heist that we did, though, we were playing in the middle of the day. I'd say I don't know, 5 o'clock or something like that. That's not really the middle of the day, but that's the middle of the day for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's actually my morning, technically.
Jesus Christ.
With when you wake up, yes, it is.
I woke up at 5 today,
What the fuck?
I've got a really fucked up sleeping schedule, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were playing. This is when my sleeping schedule was somewhat decent. We were playing at around 5, and it was 2 days after they'd released. So I could not fucking get a server for the life of me. We were halfway through the last setup mission, but before the big heist, and I just completely disconnected from online.
Jesus.
I was just
Rip.
booted, and I was just like,
Rip.
"You mother." Fucker, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Because it was the first time there was some sort of issue, there was a lot of lag. The second time there was even more lag, so somebody ended up dying, and the third time I ended up just completely disconnecting.
Rip in pieces.
So we had to wait an extra hour, and I think that was the heist that took us probably 5 hours to complete.
Holy
overall.
shit.
Holy fuckberries.
I didn't realize they were that long.
No, they're fucking long. But we're also playing it on hard, so we can get 1.25 times RP and cash.
Again, gotta get that mad money, yo.
Yeah, there's also a thing you can, I think you get, it's a certain amount of million. I think it's a 2 million bonus.
Wow.
If you go through every single heist without a single player dying.
Ooh.
Which is impossible. That there's no way somebody could do that. You have to be completely coordinated, go through all the heists at least 3 times with the other people in your crew, and then have the last person just do it from start to finish and make sure nobody dies. But if you die once, you don't get that bonus at all.
So what you're saying is if you didn't play with your crew, they would be getting the bonus every day.
No, we died a million times. No, that's
Sure.
no.
Okay.
You could ask Ty. We
We.
die at least. No, every single person dies. I think actually the person who dies the least is Ty.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the person who dies the least amount is Ty. Usually whenever it's Ty's fault that we fuck up, it's because he shot somebody and it was a stealth mission or something like that. Which the stealth missions are so fucking hard in that game. They are so hard.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I don't have much experience with GTA 5, but I feel like it's not a game built for stealth.
No, like the stealth missions are they're good. They're really good, but they're just fucking difficult because you have to, if you're playing with 3 other people and doing a stealth mission where you have to kill all these people and then go in, it's really difficult to coordinate. Like we ended up we'd have to do it like 2 or 3 times and then finally get our ropes on what we were doing, and then probably the 5th or so time we would end up getting it. There was I think the longest heist we did was the last one that we finished, which was the humane labs. Actually, we just finished the meth labs one, but the humane labs probably took, I want to say, 6 or 7 hours in all.
That's terrifying.
And we played that from start to finish. The meth labs one that we split in half, so I don't know how many hours that took, but we played the humane labs one from start to finish, and there was just one level where we died over and over and over again. Luckily, it was a fun level because we got to fly in fighter jets and shit like that, but oh my god. It took, I think that level itself took us probably 2.5 or 3 hours.
I have to say, like, I mean, I know Rockstar kind of screwed up by delivering these a year and a half late, but that sounds like a lot of content they're giving out for free.
Oh no, I like, after looking at it and everything like that, like after playing through it, I completely understand why it took so long. Like I'm the entire time, whenever they announced it, I was excited for it, but I'm like, there's no way this is actually going to come out this soon. Of course, pushed it back, and I'm like, this better have some good content. And they definitely delivered. It is so much fun, and the fact that it's all free is amazing.
One heist is longer than the Order 1886.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
We were talking about it, and like, we think they're compensating for like the money that they could have made if they made this like a paid DLC was going to be made through those bull shark cards, which is like, if you play GTA Online, you know, you can buy these cards that have money on it, and it gives you a certain amount of money online. Like if you pay $5 for one of these cards, it gives you like 200,000K.
So microtransactions.
Yeah, so we think like, because of the heists are giving you so much money so quickly. Like the only downside for it would be the heist leaders, because they don't make money in between the heists, and they have to put in a certain amount of their money to start the heist.
Yeah.
But at the end, if they don't split it evenly, like if they compensate for it, then they get as much as they lost. But they get like way more than what they lost. But overall, though, I think the heist, like everything that people would have paid for, they've basically already paid for in the cards and stuff like that, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. But now people are going to be playing the heist to get money instead of doing the whatchamacallits, doing the cards. So those sales are going to go down most likely, but heists are going to go up.
You know who does the cards? Yugi Moto. He does them every night.
I don't know who that is.
Really?
Yeah, no. It's not ringing a bell. Is it something I should know? I don't know. There's a lot of silence here,
yep.
And I don't want to keep talking right now. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna drink some more.
Oh, it sounds so bad. Oh my, I don't want to hear the high def version of that.
Oh, have fun with that.
Over spring break. Oh, I'm talking. I'm talking right now. I'm feeling it. You done? Oh. Over spring break, my brother got a copy of...
Are you drowning yourself?
Over spring break, B just sucked a lot of dick. That's what that sounded like.
No, that sounds different. That sounds a lot different. I think. I don't know. I've never done it.
Okay. Over spring break, my brother got a copy of GTA 5 for Xbox.
You having fun?
I'm sorry.
Having fun.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, let's talk about League of Legends for 45 minutes. TSM had a crushing victory over CLG
Every time
today.
I try to take a drink, I start laughing. I don't know why.
I mean,
I wonder why.
It was pretty neck and neck for like the first 20, 30 minutes, but like they started snowballing to the point where CLG could not recoup.
Nobody gives a shit.
I'm just gonna fucking mute you when you're saying that, B. It's not gonna do anything. But my brother got a copy of GTA 5 for the Xbone, so this summer you and Ty are gonna have to jump me into the crew.
Oh no, good luck. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, if you start getting on Rooster Speak more, then then you'll get a crew invite because that's what happened to me.
I mean, I already got a crew invite. Like, I'm in the crew already. But like, again, I've played like 5 seconds of GTA 5 online. So like, again, I need to like literally be jumped in. Like, I don't know how to play online at all.
Wow.
Good luck.
Yeah, have fun with that.
It's easy, but if you're playing with friends, how do I put this? If you're playing with friends, learning might not be the best time to jump in with friends. Like there are tutorials and stuff like that you can do in GTA Online. But as soon as you jump in with friends, we're gonna fucking murder you, like over and over and over again.
But that's
true.
That's what the audience wants.
What makes you think we're gonna record that?
What makes you think we aren't? I'm a man of the people, for the people,
by the people.
Well, you see, Ty and I, we have a really good heist crew. We got a really good 4-person crew. Whenever you come in, you have to be at least level 12 to unlock your first heist. So you won't be able to do heist until you're level 12.
That doesn't sound far away though. It's like
No, it's not. It's not hard, but online, if you're just playing with random people, it's difficult. You need to do a lot of jobs.
like hand jobs or
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to, there are prostitutes all over. I'm sure they'd be able to partake. Pick up a couple myself. There is tea on my chair. How did this happen?
I wonder if it was when you were gargling it, drowning yourself in the tea. Yep. Exactly like that.
What kind of tea is it?
Sweet tea.
Fucking descriptive.
The
Sweet
best
tea
kind.
is for animals.
Excuse me? Go fuck yourself.
Dude, it's all about
Dude,
non-sweet.
Wow.
ice.
Excuse me. Have you ever been to Texas? Do you know how much we care about our sweet tea?
Yeah. Like
Look,
the South in general.
You will get
I'm
murdered.
sweet
over
tea.
sweet tea.
I am sweet tea.
Get out. Get out.
That
That's
makes
what they
no
call me.
sense.
No, they don't.
You-
The T stands for Tristan.
No, they don't call you sweet tea.
I've never heard anyone call you that ever.
Okay, so on to a new topic.
Ever in
since
my life.
I've talked about heist forever. What are you guys up to? God, you guys are so
Tristan?
bad at podcasting.
No, you caught me off guard here. I have
Yeah.
a list. I have a list of topics which you can't see because I didn't send them to you.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But
why I'm doing this. Because we have to keep talking, and you are not.
I'm procrastinating right now. I'm not gonna lie. I should be doing like non-Geeks and Bleeps related work, but I'm not.
That's not actual work.
See, you should learn to multitask like I am. I'm doing this and trying to build a microphone.
Build a microphone.
That's harder than it
Are you
sounds.
like fucking? Did you
Yes.
like? Are you 3D printing it? Like, are you modeling it in AutoCAD? What the fuck are you building?
Okay, so technically I have the microphone itself. I'm trying to make the thing that makes it work. Like, I'm trying to be able to read the microphone, because that is harder than you would think.
I mean, I can imagine turning the pages on a microphone would be pretty difficult. So, like, to read it would be even harder.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with Tristan on that.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Have you ever tried to read a microphone?
I can't say that I have. It's
Fucking kill you both.
I have. It's a nice story. They usually have a really nice story.
They do.
I thought they were better at listening than telling, though.
Nah, like the thing about this book, it's one of those books where it has no pages, so you just talk to it, and it kind of like
It fills in its own story.
it's like somebody's listening to you.
You fill it in with your own personal story.
And then I burned it.
And then B burned it.
And then I burned it because nobody can know what my inner thoughts are, because then I'd have to change my identity again.
Can't have that happening, can we?
It happens. It happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least every other year.
Every other year.
Yeah.
I thought it was
year.
every other week. Like,
That's just like ID changes. I don't get out much. I don't have to change that much.
Only a little bit.
it's at this point in the podcast where I adjust B's audio and her voice goes down 3 octaves.
Interesting.
It's a different identity. They'll never find her now.
Hi, I'm in the witness protection program.
It doesn't work if you say that you're in the program.
Hey, you know what? Shut the fuck up, Tristan. I'm not actually in the witness protection program. They're having witnesses protected from me.
And you're a witness.
So if you're listening to this,
Have fun.
hey, what's up? I'm looking for you.
It's true, she is.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Always watching. Always watching.
Always waiting, always watching.
This sounds
You
like
know
Taken 3.
Well, I mean, that already exists, so like Taken 4.
No, this is exactly like
The,
Taken
the
3.
plot
No,
of
I'm kidding.
Taken 4, Liam Neeson tries to read a microphone, and in the process, kidnaps himself.
Yeah, the microphone takes him to an alternate dimension,
In the microphone.
like sort of like Tron, but it's a microphone and not a video game.
So do we, like, pitch a movie every podcast? Is that, like, a thing now?
I think so. Okay, you know what? Actually, I have a movie idea that I want to pitch to you guys.
Go. All right, let's hear it.
Okay. So, there's a universe that's far, far away.
In a universe far, far away.
There's a blonde-haired boy living in a desert.
A blonde-haired boy lives in the desert.
And he is what you could say the last hope for his type of people.
He could just be the last hope for his people.
So he's like a knight, right? And it's like science fiction knight. And his name is Mook Lightwalker.
Okay.
And Mook enjoys long walks on the desert, and one day there's a pod that crashes on his planet, and a message from...
Message
received.
Just listen to my fucking movie pitch! There's a message from S69, the robot, and there's like a little hologram, flickering hologram, and Princess Slayer, who is a heavy metal guitarist, which is why they call her Princess Slayer.
Nice, I like it.
Slayer.
And she's dead. It's literally just a hologram of her with her head cut off. Because, you know, that makes sense. And then the movie ends. And Luke's just like, there's the credits roll, and then, Mook. At the very end, Mook is just like, what the fuck? And then the end. So that's my story.
That's
my movie.
This summer, B is really bad at improvising and comes up with a convoluted parody of Star Wars that might just be the most awkward filler segment ever recorded.
I'm sure there have been more awkward filler segments.
Okay, you know what? Rated R. You know what? Just because of that, I'm going to let you go. Go for it. Any topic, just go.
Pitch a movie. Any topic? Okay, so
anyway, as I was saying...
It's good... Oh, you're funny, B.
Funny,
that was great. That was classic.
I'm funny.
God, I'm gonna have to. In all honesty, though, I'm gonna have to cut out so much silence. This
time.
I
know.
Silence. I'll take a page out of your microphone.
What, you don't like the awkward silences to make things funny?
I mean, no. Some of them are gonna have to be left in, but like maybe even shortened, just a tad, like pruning hedges.
I hope you know I'm trying to make this as difficult for you as possible.
I mean, isn't that what you do every time we make anything together?
That's true. And I could have made a really awkward comment just then, but I held myself back. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, speaking of awkward stuff.
All right.
Let's talk about Tristan.
Ouch.
Anyway, Tristan, what kind of fucking topics do you have?
I think the audience is dying to hear about this.
You sure?
RTX tickets just went on sale recently.
Which Dylan and I don't have to worry about because we're Guardians.
Yeah. Hella.
I was leading to that.
Well, we just cut straight to the chase. That was mine.
Fuck, you wouldn't know a Segway from a scooter.
They're the same thing, right?
I
fucking hate you.
Who, me or B?
Yes.
Anyway, I was wondering,
yes.
Having never been a Guardian myself and having not going...
Use your words, Tristan.
And due to the fact that I'm not going to be a Guardian this year, I was wondering if you and Dylan could give us an insider's look into, what it's like being a Guardian and why you've signed up so many times.
So you mean
I can't.
Me.
Yeah, you mean me. You mean B.
Okay. Oh, wait, Dylan, is this your first time?
Yes, this is my first year gardening.
Gardening.
So here's an interesting question then, Dylan.
Yes.
This is your first year. What made you want to sign up to be a Guardian? And then B can do a dance or something.
Do a little dance.
Through
Make a little love.
Through movement.
Ow! Get down about.
All right. That was nice. That was good. I liked it. Simple answer is at the RTX after party last year with a whole bunch of friends of ours.
I can name each and every single person.
B's hotel room.
I can name every single person that was there.
All right, go ahead.
It was me, Mary, Dylan, Elliot's sister, Baku's friend Maddie, Kat, and Ty.
Yep, that was all of them. And I think in that group, all but me, Elliot's sister, and
Maddie and Kat.
Okay, so actually...
So, like, most of the people there weren't.
It was like...
Yeah. There were only 4 of us that were Guardians.
Okay. It seemed like more.
Nope. No,
I mean,
there were just 4 of us.
Whatever.
Did like a substance cause you to think? Were you seeing double, perhaps, or?
I mean, it was a long weekend.
It was an interesting night.
It was an interesting night. Anyway, the people there who were Guardians talked a lot about being Guardians, and it sounded like an amazing experience, and long and short of it, that was when I decided that I wanted to be a Guardian for this RTX.
So then when did your ghost appear?
Ghost in the Shell?
No, like the little Dingle Spark.
Let's see it a few weeks ago when I got accepted. That's when they give everyone their official RTX ghost. He's making a
I don't know even
He's making a Destiny reference.
Oh, well that sucks.
Guardians, you know.
Oh,
get,
right.
Get the ghosts.
Okay. Yeah, no, that sucked. Back to important things.
I tried, Tristan.
Continue.
I appreciate it.
Is there more?
I don't know.
I was
okay,
done.
well, guess to the important things, me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tristan, what's your question for me?
You're a repeat offender. That's why Dylan wants to be a Guardian this year. You're going to be... You're being a Guardian again. So why are you coming back? What's so great about it?
Because I want to.
Simple answer.
Yep.
Are you? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, sure. Why didn't you ask?
Killing me softly with her words.
Ow!
Killing me softly.
Okay, well, I've been to a couple of RTXs. The only RTX I didn't really go to was 2013. 2012, I was around, but I wasn't around as much as I wanted to because
So you're saying we were at 2012 together,
but we didn't know each other.
Didn't meet.
Yeah.
Fate had not yet intervened.
Yeah. So like I didn't get to see a lot of my friends because I was there. 2 of my cousins they're a little bit younger than me. They were really big fans of Red vs. Blue because I'd gotten them into it. So I was hanging around with my family most of the time while I was there because I was still a little bit younger. I didn't want to be on my own yet. So I was hanging out with them and my family, so I didn't get to meet a lot of my friends. And then I was also at 2011, but I was there because I managed to get one of the tickets because I was like, Mom, please, and managed to get like one of the 300 that actually came out. I was there a little bit, but I ended up getting sick during it, so I wasn't there a lot. But for most of the stuff, it was a lot of fun. But 2013, I wasn't there, and then 2014, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be there this year, but I want to try being a Guardian because I had been doing volunteer work at like Dallas Comic Con, Dallas Fan Days, A-Con, which is in Dallas. So I wanted to give volunteering for RTX a shot, which I did. And I decided to apply for it, ended up getting it. It's probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. I don't know how to explain it. Like, for most of my life, I've had no idea what I wanted to do. I just know that I wanted to be a content creator and make people laugh. Like an entertainer, I guess. I just didn't know what I wanted to do for that. So while I was at RTX, at the very end, there was a group of like, I want to say like probably 100.
Yeah, it was
ish.
It was around 100.
Yeah,
I think.
100-ish people just waiting outside of the convention center. And every single time a Guardian would walk out, they would cheer for them. So I walked out and I was being cheered for, and then a whole bunch of my friends came and up and hugged me, and then we went back up to the hotel room. And later on, when Baku said that she was leaving, I decided to go back down, and I started a gigantic group hug with a whole bunch of the people that were in there. Ended up getting caught on film and stuff like that. You couldn't see me because I was in the middle of it, but I was definitely there. I don't know. It was like in that moment, being surrounded by the people that were just like really happy and excited. It was really eye-opening for me, I guess. I realized that I made these people have an enjoyable time. I helped these people like make an experience in their own. Like if they were attending RTX for the first time, that they just had like a fantastic experience that they'll never forget. And I realized that I helped do that for them, and it made me feel really, really good about myself, and I was like legitimately happy for once, and it was amazing, and I wanted to do it over and over and over again. So as soon as announcements were made to be a Guardian this year, of course I signed up again. I've been talking to a lot of the Guardians. Like, I made a lot of friends being a Guardian, and I still talk to them, and we're all excited to be Guardians again this year and meet up again and help all the new people that are coming in. And like, I think because of being a Guardian, it really cemented the fact that I want to work for a company that makes people smile, that has a strong community, and like that would do practically anything for the people that watch their stuff, like the family basically. And I don't know, being a Guardian, it was an experience that I will definitely never forget. So if I have the chance to do it all over again, of course I'm going to. Because I just like making people happy, and I like providing people with a good experience and helping people get through tough times, I guess. Like, a lot of people go to RTX just for a fun weekend to get away from it all. So helping people have a good experience in that, it's something that's really, really great, knowing that you're helping, making people smile. And then I also got to punch Dylan in the stomach, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then the moment was over.
I mean, you have to end the story somehow.
Yeah, you gotta end the story
somehow.
I'm pretty sure I punched 3 people while I was there, and then I gave over 100 high fives at one point. It was awesome.
You were counting?
My hand was so red. Yeah, I was counting, then I lost count.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. If you stick with Geeks and Bleeps, maybe someday we'll be able to provide that same experience Pete just described. I sure hope so.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Being a Guardian was amazing. It was an experience. Like, I never want to be a regular attendee at RTX ever again. I would be a Guardian every single year until I possibly can't be a Guardian anymore if I could.
And I'm hoping to have that same experience this year.
Next year? Yeah, this year. Next year, wow.
Time.
But yeah. I mean, hopefully one day my hard work and dedication to this company pays off, and maybe one day I'll be a staff member that's signing autographs and making people cry. Because, like, just being a Guardian, a couple of people asked me for my autograph and wanted to take pictures with me, and I ended up making somebody cry because she was just so happy. And I was like, holy shit, is this what it feels like to be like somewhat famous? Because this is awesome. So one day I want to make people cry just by,
your
double
presence
pistols and a wink.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly want to be a fucking Guardian now. I mean, I wanted to be a Guardian already, but I couldn't commit in time this year. I wasn't sure that I would be 100% available for a TX. Still actually aren't, but that's,
No, you're going.
Yeah, no, you're going. You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. You don't let time choose for you. You make the time to do it.
Well, look for me this year, I guess, and look for me next year, hopefully with one of those Guardian t-shirts. Maybe a lanyard of some kind.
Yeah. Last year a whole bunch of Guardians were making bets with each other to see what the shirt would be this year. So far they've had like a black, red, and blue shirt. So I'm going with purple. I'm a very solid purple this year.
Yeah, I could definitely see purple. I'd be cool with purple.
Hey, that's one of Geeks and Bleeps' favorite colors.
Is it?
It is.
Our fucking banner is purple, B.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about the hearts, and I'm like, nobody has purple.
Yeah, I was thinking the red, green, blue.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, it is purple.
Yeah, it is purple. Huh. How about that? Colors. Do.
Speaking of colors, we may have to cut this from the final cut of this. Cut from the cut. So I don't know if you saw my message last night, but I recorded a TF2 video.
I saw.
And boy, is there some interesting content in there. I haven't rewatched all of it yet, but
only some of it.
There is a part where I list off Crayola's latest colors, like for their crayons and whatnot.
That sounds.
I think all.
That sounds interesting.
I think all of the colors were ass.
Ah.
S.
Yeah, something like that.
Ass and titties.
So look forward to that video, maybe not,
Probably.
Yeah, so that was the RTX talk. Everyone, tickets are not available for GabCon. Look for those on the internet.
What?
Maybe never.
Oh, okay. Wow,
What is...
that one
Oh, no.
flew over my head
Don't
real
even.
quick.
Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. We wouldn't even call it GabCon.
Yeah.
Well, no,
There's something
that.
else
No
we'd be
shit,
able
we
to
wouldn't
come
call
up with.
it GabCon. I'm only
You'd wanna call it
human.
GabCon.
This is just happening on the fly.
Be a
fooled
better
me.
human, Tristan. Be a better human. Be like me.
Be
Not a
like
human.
you.
A bee. Be like bee. A bee.
Does not compute. Error. Does not compute.
So Tristan, what do you have next on that little list of
Error.
yours?
All right, so
that you
well,
didn't share
actually,
with the group.
it's literally the list I posted in the Skype chat for Dylan.
wait, what?
Besiege
For
Part 1
Dylan.
just came out. Because Dylan was the one who said he didn't have topics. And you were the one last podcast who was like, I like to do things on the fly.
Yeah, I do like to do things on the fly. If I have a timeline of what we could possibly be talking
The
about.
world is our timeline.
That was
Okay,
that
well,
was
so speaking
fucking
of the
awful.
world, I'm just gonna cut you off since you just did that. Speaking of the world, the world's ending.
No, what
Did you
happened?
guys hear about that?
No, again.
Is it the
Yeah,
Rapture?
the world's ending. A new Nintendo console
Oh,
is
the
being made.
NX.
Right.
The NX. I
Right.
have literally
the
no
NX.
opinions on this right now. They announced that this thing is coming.
Dude, an announcement is coming. I am pissed off because they announced a new. I love Nintendo. I love Nintendo a lot. Everybody knows that. Huge fan of Nintendo. But I'm pissed off because I haven't even bought a fucking Wii U yet, and they're already in the works for a new console.
Well, here, I'll tell you what. When they release this new console, I'll sell you my Wii U.
Oh no, I'm getting a Wii U this year. Fuck you. Fuck your Wii U.
Yeah, no, it's a little bizarre, but I have to say it's ballsy.
It is
Yeah.
ballsy, and
It
like
absolutely is.
Nintendo's behind the curve right now, and they're pulling out something new.
Are they
They've
really,
made this
though?
mobile deal. I really hope it doesn't go the way of microtransactions and everything, but it's probably going to do that, so I'm not going to fucking hold my breath.
Pokemon.
However, they're doing something interesting here with this console, and that's why I don't really have a solid opinion of it yet, because honestly, I don't know what to expect.
Neither do I.
Is it going to be like a souped up
Dude,
Wii U?
like it's gonna be like the new 3DS. It's gonna be the new Wii U. That's
That's
the
what I'm
name.
saying. Like, is it going to be a fucking? Is the gamepad gonna? Is it going to support two gamepads, both of which have a third stick on
The
it?
game, the
Or-
screen on the gamepad is just gonna be a little bit
Yeah.
bigger and a little bit
Oh
better.
no! Wait.
Yes.
It's going to be a DS.
DS
The gamepad's
integration.
Gonna have two
There you go.
screens.
No,
It's gonna be
you
twice as
use your
big.
DS
There you
as
go.
a gamepad.
No, actually, you can do that in Super Smash Brothers. You can play it on. You can if you're playing Super Smash Brothers on the Wii U, you can use your 3DS to play.
Oh my god.
Which is a great
It
feature,
is. It's
by
awesome.
the way. Like it's seamless. I'm looking forward to more of that cross-platform integration, and I assume it's going to have to be built into this
Yeah.
new
Definitely.
thing. There's going to have to be a
Definitely.
selling point.
Like I have absolutely no idea what they're going to be doing. But
That's what
in
the
my
announcement's
opinion, it's too early to do an announcement. Like you don't see the issue with Nintendo is they crank out a new console every few years, which is not the thing you want to do. You want to take even more time to solidify that console and have really, really good games that
Oh,
come
yeah.
out for it. Like for the Wii U, for example, there were no good games in the beginning. It's only in the past couple of years that that they've been releasing good games and like games that people want to play.
Yeah, which is why I'm not quite so sure why they're already releasing a new console when I think they just hit their stride with the Wii U. I think they're
Like,
finally
yeah,
in a good
exactly.
spot with it. Now they need to keep going with it instead of leaving it behind in the dust and trying to make something new.
The only reason I'm getting a Wii U is for Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, and all of the Zelda games that have been released on it. That's like the only reason I'm getting a Wii U. Also, Toad's Treasure Hunter or whatever that fucking called.
that game
I
is
really
fucking
want to get that
great.
game, but
It's so fun.
like I don't know.
Let's look at the math for this.
Oh,
Let's
no,
look at the math
no,
for this. The
no,
Wii U came
not
out.
math. Not math.
The Wii U came out at the end of 2012.
Yes.
So it's been less than 3
Exactly.
years. At the end of 2015, it'll be a 3-year-old console. I think they said the NX will probably release in 2016, which gives, let's say that they put it out holiday 2016. That means they gave the Wii U a 5-year life cycle. All things considered, the Wii was out. I do a little Googling on the fly here. The Wii, where's the Wikipedia article? Okay. The Wii came out in 2006, and was made obsolete when the Wii U came out in 2012. So the Wii had a 6-year life cycle. the Wii U is going to have a 5. When you look at it that way, it sounds less ridiculous. But at the same time, I agree. The problem with the Wii is it started strong, and then it just kind of dissipated instantly. Whereas the Wii U
had competition.
The Wii U started like with nothing, but then we just started building. So they're gonna cut it off when it's starting to snowball as opposed to melt. That does seem like a bizarre choice, but again, the life cycle not that different from the Wii. So it could be crazier. Like this, if the thing was coming out next year, that would be really bizarre. But this isn't like earth-shattering. I think we have to I think we really just have to put off all speculation until E3 because it is
fuck
though.
You, I can
it
speculate
is,
as much as I want.
I mean, you can't. It's America. You're allowed to, but it's like again, it's just it's a weird move. It is still weird because they teased the announcement of it. They didn't even that's what gets me. Here's this thing. I know, by the way, new console. Yeah, shh.
Okay, but look at it this way. The release date for the Xbox One was in 2013, right? The release date for the Xbox 360 was in 2005. That's a pretty good, solid,
That's a long lifespan.
That's a long lifespan.
It is. But that's
and people are still using their 360s now. They're only recently, the only reason I still use my 360s for, the gold membership thing, because I just downloaded fucking BioShock Infinite for free. So
Nice.
what Microsoft and Sony are doing, because they're both doing stuff like this, is they're making it to where they're not completely killing off this console. Like for Nintendo, they completely killed off the Wii after the Wii U released. So they're making the lifespan for the 360s and for the PS3s even longer than past their release date for the current gen consoles. But my issue with Nintendo is I don't want to buy a Wii U and then have it completely obsolete whenever this next iteration comes in. I want them to do something that'll
period.
keep it. Yeah, I want there to be an overlap period, and instead of what they did with the Wii, because as soon as the Wii U came out, I fucking sold my Wii because there was nothing I could really do with it. Nobody played it anymore. And with the Wii U, I don't want the same thing to happen. I want there to be an overlay period, and I want it to be to where I can still continue enjoying playing the Wii U with my friends instead of all of my friends being on another console that I can't afford.
Yeah.
The problem with Nintendo, and this is not necessarily a problem, but I understand where you're coming from, and so for you it is a problem, it's never been about the hardware. It's always about the software. Nintendo is the one game manufacturer that is actually really good about doing, to an extent, backwards compatibility. Look at the Virtual Console store. You can play shit from, the fucking original NES.
Yeah, but that's, from the fucking... That's from the fucking NES.
But, okay,
of course they can do that now.
My point being, you can play Wii games on the Wii U. If the NX comes out and you can't play Wii U games on it,
that would suck.
There's no way Nintendo is that stupid. This is already a kind of bizarre move, but they're not going to go that far. The NX has to have backwards compatibility to the Wii U. Additionally, if not, they'll probably do it the same way Wii backwards compatibility is done on the Wii U, where there's a emulated menu. Where on the NX menu you click Wii U and it takes you to the Wii U. And maybe then from the Wii U menu you can go back to the Wii menu even further. They could easily put that functionality in. Unless they're doing some kind of crazy hardware shift and just kind of what they did with the Xbox One with the whole bitrate or whatever the fuck that was. So also they just started putting out Wii games on Virtual Console. Nintendo hasn't been good at getting making GameCube games readily accessible, but they just did a remake of Wind Waker a year ago.
Just did a what?
What?
No, it was a way longer.
2 years? I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
it released a while ago.
Yeah.
So that shows that they're willing to do stuff with GameCube games still, though.
Yeah, but how many other HD remakes have you seen for the GameCube?
None.
Exactly.
I'm saying
there's just one.
But again, Wii U, the GameCube was also considered a failure console. They keep I feel every hardware upgrade, the console is slightly less of a failure from a business perspective.
That's their issue, though. They're trying to make it slightly less of a failure. Just in my opinion, the fucking Nintendo 64 will always be one of my favorite consoles of all time. It was amazing. GameCube, it wasn't as amazing until after the Wii U came out. Like, not the Wii U, after the Wii came out. Like, I enjoyed playing on my GameCube way more than I enjoyed playing on that fucking Wii. I absolutely hated the fucking Wii motion controls. I hated that thing so much.
Almost everyone did.
The only games...
Wii Sports is still
okay,
fun.
no, I hate Wii Sports. I can't play that game anymore. I played it a lot in the beginning. I can't play it anymore. I completely got burnt out on it. But the only games that I could play on that were games that you could use a controller with. Like, I can't use those stupid little stick things, the Wiimotes. I have to use a controller. That's why I like the Wii U, because the gamepad is
a controller.
Enough for me. It's a controller. I hated the Wii U. The Wii U was an absolute failure in my opinion.
The Wii U or the Wii?
I mean, not the Wii U, the Wii. They need to stop. They also need to stop fucking naming everything the same.
Oh my god, yes.
That's my God, why? Why?
Seriously, Nintendo.
The new Nintendo 3DS XL and Knuckles. Fucking Christ. It's gonna be their next goddamn console. Integrating with Sonic.
Oh god.
Anyway, next topic.
All right, so the rage is putting a stopper in this. We'll come back to this probably inevitably when E3 rolls around and we get
during
more
E3,
details.
I can 100% guarantee you I'm going to be on top of that shit.
Oh my god,
I'm so E3.
I'm so excited for E3 this year.
Video game news is my shit.
Oh my god.
Here's I want to leave us with this before we shift topics. Nintendo, without a doubt, won E3 last year, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As very real as these concerns are, I want to see them win this year. I want to see them unveil NX, and it totally makes sense to us why they're doing this. That's my hope. And do I necessarily think that's going to happen? Probably not. But, it's possible. I didn't think Nintendo was going to win last year, and they swept. So, lest we forget, Nintendo has pulled through before when we thought they were going to slip through the cracks. So, I'm not going to write this off entirely yet.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I never go into E3 expecting anything. Like, I go into E3, like, just expecting video game announcements, possible console announcements, but I never speculate who is going to be doing the announcements and stuff like that. Like, I go in completely blind, basically, and wait to see what's going on. So, that's what I'm going to do this year.
Speaking of going in blind and announcements... Dylan, I've noticed that you've been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas recently.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to be announcing Fallout 4 at E3?
I fucking hope so. Because
I think they are.
Yeah, okay. The timing works for them. Like, Bethesda has been really good at releasing a new game really early in a console generation. They did it with Morrowind and the Xbox. They did it with Oblivion and the 360, and I think they can do that now.
Wolfenstein counts, right? They've already kind of done that a little bit.
Okay, that's like Bethesda Softworks, like the publisher. I'm talking about Bethesda Game Studios.
Okay, yeah.
The ones that make the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series. But yeah, I guess Wolfenstein counts for like Bethesda Softworks as a whole. But I really hope that their E3 press conference this year, their first one ever, is going to be Fallout 4. Other than that, I don't really know. Maybe like Dishonored 2, that would be pretty cool. I was a big fan of the first game. Beyond that, who knows?
I'm going to tell you why I'm positive they're going to announce Fallout 4.
Alright.
So, it's again, as you just said, this is their first time at E3 making an announcement. We already know, what they're working on right now. Like, they're doing that, I forget what it's called, but that, like, the FPS, like, steampunky game.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember it. Something like Battle Cry or something.
Oh, I think it's Battle Cry. We already know what they're doing. I think, and I mean, if they're showing up, it's gotta be for something big, so Fallout 4, yeah. Here's something I'm gonna say. It's gonna be in Boston. I really don't want it to be in Boston, but I've already accepted that it's gonna be in Boston.
Okay, see, I'm not willing to try to make any guesses as to, like, what the actual game itself will be. I'm just pretty certain that they're going to announce it. But I'm not gonna try and guess, sort of for the same reason B doesn't like to go into E3 with much speculation.
You don't want to have expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't go in with much speculation because that makes E3 more grand for me, because it's like, if I have an idea of something, I don't want to speculate too much, but if it's confirmed, then I'll be like, oh, fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Woo! And then, like, sports.
Like, for me, just the speculation that it's going to be Fallout 4 is enough for me, and I'm gonna stop there.
Alright, that's fair enough. I like I like speculating about stuff I'm gonna hate, because when it doesn't turn out to be that, I get to be happy about it. Like, again, would you like it to be in Boston? Would you be fine with that setting?
I'd be fine.
Boston's
with it,
a really neat place.
I think the Fallout universe has the lore around Boston for it to be able to support a whole game.
All right, speaking of things you hate, I'm gonna head out. So,
all right.
I hate you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Have fun
You guys are
heisting.
awesome.
All right, have fun being a fucking nerd.
Hey, remember to follow me on Twitter, and then also I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/imperialisticblue. Hey.
I'll be cutting this part of the podcast, don't worry, guys.
So anyway, I'm gonna go heist now, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I want to quickly go over Fallout 4 thoughts of mine,
Okay.
since you don't want to speculate, and then we can do some wrap up for the podcast. Why I don't want it to be in Boston. This is the great portion. It's a recurring segment, apparently.
Yeah, Tristan likes to bitch and moan. Continue.
Boston is too similar to Washington, D.C.
Okay, I'll give that point to you.
It's a city on the East Coast in the temperate zone.
I'll give that point to you.
Boston doesn't have a distinctive skyline. If I saw like, you know, the fucking 2D like shadow, like, what city is this?
Like the skybox or whatever.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't fucking know. Generic city number 2.
All right. I'll also give that point.
Point 3. If they were gonna make another game on an East Coast American city, as much as it's done out, and it's kind of annoying as a result, why isn't New York City the go-to? Like, again, I'm tired of 50 apocalyptic games in New York City, but I'd almost rather have a Fallout game there than in Boston, because at least, like, having it set on, like, the island of Manhattan and surrounded by water, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That could make for, like, some cool world building. I'm not, like, a master of Fallout lore, so if you want to explain, like, what Boston has to do with anything, maybe that can turn my opinion a bit, but...
To maybe answer your question, again, I'm not the biggest expert in Fallout, the universe behind it, but I'm not sure if there's anything really special or important about New York City in the Fallout universe. Whereas in Boston, there's, after the Great War happened, after, like, contemporary with Fallout 3, there's, I think it's called the Commonwealth, which is set up in Boston around MIT. And because it's around MIT, it's like essentially a massive scientific hub, if I'm not mistaken. And so I've heard speculation from other people that Fallout 4 might be more of a sequel to Fallout 3 instead of, like, a completely separate game. Sort of like Fallout 2 to Fallout 1.
That actually, admittedly, that sounds interesting. Very technologically advanced portion of the Wasteland, and with, like, direct ties to a previous title.
The other thing about Boston is I'm not sure if it was hit as hard by the nuclear attacks. And so it might be more of an intact city than, say, DC was.
Okay. Alright. You're starting to persuade me a bit. Let me launch back into why I'm not happy it's Boston, though. The world is fucked, right? We're in a post-apocalyptic, post-nuclear period. Why does all the cool stuff have to happen in America? China was one of the big superpowers, from my understanding, in this conflict.
Yeah.
I want to see the Chinese wasteland. It's probably equally nuked and equally full of vaults or whatever.
I'm not sure about the vault part, because I think that was an American company that was making them. But anyway, yeah, it was, the company was called Vault Tech.
They would have Chinese
I'm sure the
Vault
Chinese had, an equivalent. I would be perfectly fine seeing the Chinese side of things, because, that's a whole part of the story that we don't really see in the first 3 games plus New Vegas. And like you said, pretty much the entirety of the post-apocalyptic genre either takes place in America or Russia. So it would be a refreshing thing to see it take place elsewhere.
And along those lines, even if they decided to stick North American, I think Canada would be really interesting, because I think someone told me, and I don't know the veracity of this, but at least parts of Canada are actually annexed to the United States.
Yeah.
So it could still be in the United States, but what is geographically in our time Canada. I would like to see, like, we had city in DC and we had desert in New Vegas, snowy tundra full of, like, mutant polar bears or something. That sounds fucking cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Literally.
God. Fucking walked into that one.
You fucking skied into that one.
Shut up. That was a stretch. I mean, they could do, like, wintry things in Boston if they wanted to, as exemplified by this winter.
I mean,
Boston
okay, that's fair. That
getting
too
fucking
is a fair
dominated.
Point. Owned.
Yeah.
Snowed.
No. There are so many things I think that they could do. Again, I don't want to fixate myself so hard on a single one because I want that element of, fuck yes, Fallout 4, this is awesome. Oh, it's gonna be this? Fuck yeah, I am so ready for this. I don't want it to be, oh, it's not this? Well, damn, now it's gonna suck.
You know, that's a very good way to look at it. I appreciate that. As much as I like to view myself as an optimist, I'm like fucking angry video game nerd sometimes. I can't help it. Comes over me in waves. I mean, I admittedly, I have not played a single Fallout game to conclusion.
They're wonderful.
I got stuck in Fallout 3, and I wandered into one of those you're too underleveled for the zones.
Yep.
And I didn't have a save, and that really turned me off to that game. And then I don't remember what happened in 4, but like
New Vegas.
Yeah, New Vegas. Faux pas.
We're talking about 4. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't have a copy of 4 already. Wink. That's how I know about these complaints. I don't know what happened in New Vegas, but I think I just kind of didn't stick to the main quest enough. So I just started like wandering around, and that game didn't have the best. It didn't like it. There was kind of like I didn't feel like there was a hell of a lot to do when you weren't like actively looking for shit. Like it wasn't easy to stumble onto stuff for me.
Yeah, I initially, like when New Vegas first came out, I was initially not the biggest fan of it. I much preferred Fallout 3, but then going back to it later, the storyline is actually really interesting once you get into it a little bit, because the whole, I guess, conflict is like this power triangle, and you can choose which side of that triangle to side with, and then you tip the balance in their favor, and it sort of cascades from there. And it's interesting to see how each different faction plays differently with your character. Like, Fallout 3 is a very linear narrative main story, and Fallout New Vegas offers a lot more player choice, essentially.
Alright, I can see that. I don't think I'm going to actually go back to either of those games before 4 comes out, but I definitely, no matter what, I'm going to get 4.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully play the crap out of it. I'm really hoping they do for 4 what Skyrim did for
Elder Scrolls.
The Elder Scrolls. And then there were a lot of issues with Skyrim. You know, most of them, you know, most of the complaints people have are relatively valid. But
it was still a fun game.
A fun game, and it was, you know, it wasn't the most polished game, but it definitely was streamlined, and I would like to see some of that streamlining in Fallout. I think, like, VATS is cool, but I want more reason to not use VATS.
That was a thing that I did really like about New Vegas. They included aiming down the sights. And so it made it much more feasible to not use VATS if you didn't want to. Whereas, you know, Fallout 3, you just kind of got a little bit of a zoom in over your shoulder or something, and it didn't, like, it was pointless. Mm-hmm. If you didn't use VATS in Fallout 3, you lost. Yeah,
it turned what could be, like, a really interesting first-person shooter into a really interesting, like, strategy game, almost. It's like, it's always, because a lot of it's, like, RNG based, because it's all these like percentage hits, you know, damage, whatever. Which you know, again, it's a cool system, and I certainly do not want to say take it out. But like, I definitely would like more benefit to not using it, because even with aiming down the sights, it's still like I feel like you're losing. It's like you're willingly not using something that makes the game a lot easier for you.
Yeah.
And I mean that's like you know self-imposed challenges are like very common in video games, but like. I kind of went less of the self-imposed part in there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough. I definitely see where you're coming from with that.
In any case, I'm sure they've done if and when they announce Fallout 4, there's going to be plenty of new additions to the gameplay.
I would think so. They've had plenty of time,
more than enough, praise and criticism that will whatever it's going to be.
Uh-huh.
And I think you can agree with this. It's going to be cool,
Oh yeah, whatever it is.
And I guess on that high note, we should probably
call it quits.
Time to wrap up. All
right,
Dylan, do you want to plug anything?
Subscribe to the channel. I won't plug personal stuff like B because I don't have much personal stuff. So yeah, just watch the videos, enjoy the channel, subscribe.
All right. I'm still testing this, but I've been experimenting with some Twitch streaming stuff in the same vein that B is doing, but maybe slightly different in that I'm not gonna pimp it till the day I die. But maybe look for that. I guess there's not really much of a point in linking it because I haven't even done it once yet, other than some tests. But look for that in the future. Like Dylan said, subscribe to shit. If you're listening to this, you fucking know our videos at this point. So
yeah, share it with your friends.
Oh, that's
there we
that's
go.
what it is. That's what it is.
There we go.
We at Geeks and Bleeps would really appreciate it if you found the one video that you think isn't mediocre like the rest of them, and you're like, hey, these guys aren't that funny, but I chuckled at this. Take a look. Like it's those views that really help us the most right now. Every like counts. I'm constantly in a race with fucking Dylan's Besieged videos to see whose solo stuff can come out on top.
You know it.
Additionally, B hasn't been in anything recently because of her continued issues with her recording equipment. But look out for a Let's Play that includes her coming soon, though maybe it doesn't include her footage because of the aforementioned issues.
Yeah.
Well, this has been the Bleeper Reel. Bleeper Reel or the Bleeper Reel? I'm still working that out. What do you think?
I never care about an article whether or not it's there, so I don't.
What kind of articles do you read on your microphone? Like sports?
I'll fucking kill you. End it with that.